We got a big old blunt for this podcast. Look at your microphone. You got a microphone.
It's ready to
Look
go.
at your logo. This is so fucking cool. I can't.
I'm excited.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to our very first ever Puff and Chat podcast with Koala Puffs and
Latina Beauty.
Yo, this is so exciting because I have been on a few different people's websites, podcasts before, and I've wanted to do my own for a while, but I just felt a little nervous. And I don't know, something about you, Maria, that just kind of grounds me a little bit. And I figure there's nobody else that I could do this podcast the way that I could do it with you. So here we go.
And there's nobody else I'd rather do a podcast than you.
Well, I feel like this one's going to be for the books. So let's run it. We are going to start with a segment called Puff and Catch Up. So you could learn a little bit about me, Maria, about the things that we love and about how we met. But before we do all that, the podcast is called Puff and Chat. And here I am, chatting. And what am I not doing, Maria?
You're not smoking.
I'm not
You're not
puffing.
smoking.
Oh, that's wrong. So we're going to light it up right now. Maria, in the meantime, do you want to tell us a little bit about you, how Latina Beauty started, where you're from, any little dirty secret that you want to share with us? This is the time and the place for it.
Well, I'm Latina Beauty. I started out with smoking videos and eventually went off to do makeup videos. Now I do makeup and smoking videos, which kind of just like
combines your two
they love
favorite
it.
things.
I mean, you know what I mean? And who doesn't love to do their makeup while getting high? I enjoy it so much.
Me. But it's only because I don't know how to make up. That's really the reality of it. Like, I grew up an only child. I grew up with, honestly, not very many girlfriends in general, just like friends in general. I moved around a lot. And my mom never really taught me, this is how you apply eyeliner. This is bronzer. This is this. So I just kind of was like, I don't even know if I could learn all this. And it seems so overwhelming to me now.
And you're like, now you want me to do it high?
I'm like, you want me to get high and do it? And eyeliner?
It's so funny because a week ago, I saw a post from 6 years ago and I had posted a status and I was like, oh my God, I just did my makeup high. That shit was so hard. And now I do it for a fucking living.
I know. Now, this morning we woke up. She's like, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to go live on TikTok while I do it. I'm like, girl, at 6 a.m? You know people is sleeping. Well, without further ado, I would love to talk a little bit about how you and I linked up, how we got together. And it's actually the reason how it all happened is here today. It's what is that?
Because of Mary Jane.
It's because of Mary Jane. I honestly want to say, I know I'm going to be a little over the place here today. It's the first episode. Bear with me. But Mary Jane has brought me with people more than anything else. Alcohol never brought me this close with people.
And some of the most amazing people.
That too, because I feel like, some not so amazing sometimes. But that's the life. That's the world. Everybody can't be amazing or we wouldn't know the difference between super great and not that great, you know? But also we're all dealing with our own battles and going through our own things and we have to remember that. But cannabis brought us together and I really believe if it wasn't for social media and if it wasn't for weed, I don't think we would have ever linked up. You live so far.
We would have never, I genuinely don't think we would have crossed paths ever.
And doesn't that just make you mad?
It makes me really sad.
What the fuck? How many people am I missing out on out there and having relationships with because I'm not on fucking Bumble or MySpace anymore?
All the things
or LinkedIn? God. Yo, I miss MySpace. You'd fuck up. I'd be like, oh, guess who's no longer in the top 5, motherfucker?
I never had MySpace. I'm too young for MySpace.
Maria, how old are you?
22.
I had just turned 27 in June, which is now, as I'm saying it was not just. That was 9 months ago.
A year ago already.
So we are puffing for those of us that are listening, and you can watch if you want to. We do have a YouTube channel that if you feel like, you know what, I don't want to just listen to them. I want to watch Koala's hand movements because she's so aggressive and animated. You can on our YouTube channel. Check it out. It's Puff and Chat Podcast. But for those of us that are listening, I have probably one of the fattest woods I've rolled here today.
It is extremely fat. I think
I wish we had
maybe
scale.
a nickel size.
A nickel?
maybe a quarter.
I just want
Almost
to
a
say
quarter.
this blunt is more gifted than some of my ex-boyfriends. Ayo. That's okay. They don't listen, so
It's
they
real
won't.
chunky.
Maria, where were you born and raised? Like, I want everybody to learn a little bit about you.
Well, I was born in Arizona, but I was raised in various different places. As you know, I did grow up in the system. So I grew up like kind of everywhere. I kind of explored the whole world when I was like growing up, kind of. That's the way I want to look at it.
And where's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
I want to say maybe Victorville was probably one of my favorite
What?
places. Yeah. And it's probably just because, okay, like, hear me out. It's not because
we are losing it in the studio right now, y'all.
It's not because of Victorville, you know. It's just because of the memories that I have in Victorville. You know what I mean?
That I believe.
I had decent homes in Victorville.
I got beat up in Victorville. Did you notice?
Oh, no way.
Yo, so my mom got married, and I used to live in Colorado. And then when she got married, we relocated. And you're so funny. My mom was like, "Do you want to move to Chicago or do you want to move to Los Angeles?" I was like, "Ooh, obviously
Los Angeles.
Vámonos, let's go." My mom was like, "Okay," and then moved us to Victorville. Girl, I got beat up. I was waiting for a school bus. I had a flip phone at the time. Remember, I had my flip phone upped. That's me opening my flip phone. If you don't hear, what? It's open. I was like texting. I don't know who I was texting. No one was texting me, but I was like. And then I was just looking at my phone, and before I know it, there was a fist flying in my face several times. I don't look back at Victorville missing that place.
Yeah,
but
I can say I did not get jumped in Victorville, so that's maybe why I kind of like it.
Very different experiences we've had.
Very opposite. What about you? What about...
Well, so I was born and raised in Ukraine. A lot of people don't know this, actually, but I was 11 years old when I moved to the United States, which was in 2005. I moved to Colorado. I went to school in Colorado a little bit, then Victorville for 9 months. That's all I lasted in Victorville. I was like, "Mom, we gotta go. I can't.
This is
walk
not
outside."
safe.
Like, what is happening? I don't even know what I did. I haven't even had the chance to piss anyone off yet. And usually that does happen. But yeah, from there I moved to Chicago. And then after I lived in Chicago for a bit, it was actually my choice. That's where I kind of broke free as an individual. And I moved to LA. And I got to be honest with you. I think this is my favorite place to be because the possibilities out here are endless. If you can believe it, 100%. If you can dream it, if you can visualize it, you can most likely make it happen if you're willing to put in the work, you know? And not everything works out because some things are just not meant to be for us.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like the biggest line I read the other day, it was like, it just stuck with me. It was like, you could be the right package, but at the wrong address, which means you could have all these amazing qualities, but you're at the wrong job or you're in the wrong location. Yes. And so I feel like Los Angeles was the place for me. I felt so creative. I got out of like this box that I felt like I had myself in.
And you did amazing fucking things.
Let
me
baby.
Just say that. You did amazing things.
You know what it is? I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I wake up every day.
But do any of us know what the fuck we're doing?
I don't know. Some people out here, they be acting like they do. And I'm just like, can you guys tell us if you don't?
Teach me.
Don't make the rest
Teach
of us,
me.
please. You know? Yeah, but so moved around quite a bit. I think Los Angeles has been my favorite. And Los Angeles is where I actually fell in love with cannabis. This is where I started smoking. I started spending time with people who smoked. And this is where Koala Puffs was born 5.5 years ago or so. So I just feel like I could never look at any other place and feel more like it's home than this place right now, because this is where like my whole life just changed.
I love that, because I love to see the things that you do out here, because I'm not from out here, you know what I mean, you know. So when I come out here, I see all the endless possibilities, and I love to see that you just take everything by the balls and you're just like, let's go.
I love balls. Any
go.
man that's dated me before knows I love balls, and I will take them. I'll grab them. I'm be like, this is mine now.
This is my ball.
Speaking of balls, it has nothing to do with balls, but I did kind of grab life by the balls, and I launched my own cannabis subscription company. You know this.
It is my favorite.
Are you just saying this?
No, it's actually my favorite. You guys should see the products that they have.
Well, and that's what I actually brought one here today. And I thought maybe every episode that we do, we open a box and we kind of use the things, we go through them, we talk about pros and cons, what we like, what we don't like. At the end of the day, this is my motherfucking podcast. So if I want to be like, I don't like this, I can.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been very restricted in sharing my opinion a lot of the time because having a platform, your opinion impacts things.
It just makes it harder because your opinion gets read into more than other people's.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could just be like, yeah, I really don't like Froyo. And people be like, fuck Froyo!
Yeah.
Cancel every Froyo there is.
Yeah.
She don't like it. It gives her diarrhea. Cancel it.
But if somebody else says they don't like Froyo, it's like, oh, they don't like Froyo.
That's on you, boo. I love
You know?
it. Yeah. Well, I don't know how we got to Froyo, but oh yeah, me not liking shit. I'm very opinionated. If y'all haven't noticed yet, that's why we have a podcast. I want to talk about things I like and don't like. Okay, yeah. I brought my Koala box here today. If you want to find out more, check out koalapuffs.com. But I have two different things. I have mystery boxes, which is different every time, and then I have monthly boxes, which switch up monthly, but you know exactly what you're getting today.
I personally, I love the mystery boxes just because it's a surprise. I love the monthly boxes too. But I love the element of surprise.
I love surprises. And I think that's why I started this company because, nobody surprises me. Can y'all surprise me? God, can someone date me and be like, hey, babe, I'll set up this picnic in the backyard. It was totally free. And it's like so cute. Look at the cheese that's been in your fridge for 9 years. Da-da. You know?
But no, she has to plan it herself.
I have to plan it myself. So here I am having what is this? I don't know. It looks like a tool for construction.
Spatula / I don't know.
I'm a little worried about it. But I brought a mystery box here today, and I figured as we're talking about a bunch of things here, we could open these items, talk about them, smoke out. Mostly, I just want to smoke out of them. Because we got the blunt, I need more.
I want to get fucked up.
Oh, I would like to just make a disclaimer. I am a burper, and yes, it will happen on this podcast, okay? It is what it is, till it's not anymore, and right now it still is. You know? There you go. Okay. Maria.
I am ready.
You ready? Well, I have one item for you that I think would be great as a first item. And I know this is something that you like doing. Okay.
Oh.
So what I pulled out here.
I am a HOE for dabs.
She says, let me spell it out in case this is a kids-friendly network as we're smoking weed. I also have a torch in here. It's a cute little mini torch. It's pink because you love pink. So and so what this is that we pulled out here, it's the Slugger from Ooze Life, and it is a dabbing device that is kind of like on the go. It's like a nectar collector type of situation. But I love it. I took it on a road trip with me yesterday.
It was
so
amazing.
convenient.
It was freaking amazing.
So that's one, or I guess our first two items in the mystery box. These are $49.99 plus shipping and handling. And so the first item is that. But obviously, in order for us to consume that, we need some concentrates, right?
We need some dabs. We need some wax.
You want to see how prepared I came today? I basically moved out of my house. I packed so many things.
We are ready for everything.
Look at this. Okay.
We want all the smoke.
Oh, you're going to get all the smoke. Hold on. Okay, in here, I have, ta-da! I have some concentrate. This is Mimosa Runs Live Resin Hybrid. And we're going to try this nectar collector out. So I'm going to explain it to anybody that obviously is not watching it on YouTube. This is a little block looking thing. Mine is like bluish aquaish. It has a little glass tray on the top of it that has a silicone lid, and the tray is for you to add your dabs inside if you want to just have that in the container. I already have my my container here. Oh, so we're gonna be dabbing. Maria says, I don't care about explaining, give me the dab. Let me demonstrate.
There we go.
Just hold it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's fine. It's
okay.
It says,
all right, for sure. Flamethrower. Okay.
What is happening? Is it there a switch somewhere? Was it me?
I'm like, is this a torch or a flamethrower?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Is it? No, because I literally just filled this with butane before I took it because
I think it might be too much
butane in there. I can't ship it. Sounds
like, there we go.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna maneuver my finger to make it work. Well, this is embarrassing for a live podcast. Anyway, Maria,
Nothing ever goes
do you
perfect.
think that here? Do you think that we can?
Go in with it. Right?
Yeah. Do you think that maybe? I'll keep torching. Anyway, so this is supposed to work properly, but the torch is deciding if it wants to be a flamethrower or a torch. We don't know. But you basically have quartz and a titanium nail that it comes with and a little nectar collector thingamajig in order for you to torch up. What we're using here is the quartz little end piece that you just torch up a little bit. And then hopefully we're able to do it enough with it. And then hopefully we're able to do it enough with this torch. Yep. For her to take a beautiful dab. Whoa. Ooh. I thought this was pretty cool. It's called the Slugger. And I have a discount code Koala if you guys want to scoop one of those. But I will say I don't think nectar collectors are for beginners. You know? Like it's hard to take a small dab.
Yeah. I just took a really fat dab unintentionally.
Was it unintentional though?
I should have gone fatter.
But so here are my 2 items. I give 1 out of 10. What would you give the Slugger?
I feel like I really like it because it's very compatible and it's super easy to travel with. So I think I would give it basically like a 10 because it has storage for the wax. It also is perfect for traveling if you're on the road or you're on the go. It is easy to put away. Like it just has everything.
You know what I like? We all know that like sometimes dabs can drip and they are painful when they drip on you because it's hot. I like that. If you're going to drip, it's just like over this. There's also extra compartments on the side for what I believe is more wax, or if you wanted to, I'm guessing more wax. I don't know what else you would
love
put
that.
In there.
We love that.
But you could just dab it up. But I give, the torch, I give about like a 5 out of 10 because I don't know what the fuck is happening here. But also, when it is working for a small torch, it's pretty powerful.
Okay, I think it just had too much butane.
I do think so too. I shoved quite a bit in there.
Butane.
But I was literally like, because we can't ship it with butane, but I wanted it to have tane here today. That's why I brought it so that we could use it here today. And I think you're right. I think I overdid it. But you know what? How do we fix that?
It's still a good torch.
We fix it with the dab. Dude,
we love big
It's pretty good. It's fucking convenient. I'm gonna torch one up for you right now. I keep forgetting to cough away from the microphone, but talk only near the microphone. Podcast things I don't understand yet, but I will.
We'll get it eventually.
So as we continue going, we'll open up more items in the box. We'll start with those 2. And I think it is a really good time right now to move into our next segment, which is Path and Discuss. We're going to be talking about some things that are going on in the world, in the cannabis industry. You okay? Water? I don't even know where the water is. You got it?
We got water right here.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna bring some liquid death later. It's a water company, and you just like you remember it's in a metal container that looks like a Modelo.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's just be like, yeah, it's my water. You just feel so cool with it.
We're hydrating.
We're hydrated, yeah. But anyway, today we're going to talk about a couple of different things. Puff and Discuss is a segment that we'll be doing. Like I just mentioned, I'm already stoned, so I'm gonna repeat myself. We're going to talk a little bit about New Jersey legalization today. So I do want to say this, Maria. Some of the things I see on TikTok, which are not always true. Some of the things someone else tells me, which are not always true. Mm-hmm. So if a statement that I say is incorrect, you can't blame me. Because I don't know these things. I'm pulling information from other places.
From other resources.
A resource has mentioned to me that New Jersey is legalizing cannabis now. Well, I don't know if you've been to New York, but in New York, they have this like weird law. Like you can't technically buy weed yet, but you could like smoke it walking around. You could literally smoke it right in front of a cop. But there's no like dispensaries. It's all like gift shops.
I've never been to New York, so I did not know that.
I would love to take you so you could check it out. There are some amazing places that I've discovered where you can go scoop things like Gifted and Legacy, King of New York. The Main Event. These are all names of places that you can check out in New York to scoop some things. But what I was trying to say is I'm excited to see how New Jersey is going to be with it. It's fully legalizing. So is it just going to be dispensaries open everywhere? Is it, do people need a med card? Do they receive more of a discount if they do have a medical card? Will people from New York be driving up to New Jersey to get stuff? Or how's this going to work? I'm just excited. And I think that this means we need to go to the East Coast and check it out. Am I right?
I think that would be a fun idea.
Can we just do it after winter is done, please? It's so cold. It is so cold. Another thing that I wanted to talk about on our Puff and Discuss segment today is, I don't know if you know, Boston is a party city. Have you ever been to Boston?
I've never been to Boston, but I know they drink out there.
But Boston turns up a lot. And with that being said, Boston is obviously a city in the state of Massachusetts. The entire state of Massachusetts has gathered more money in taxes this last year than they have off of alcohol. So that basically means look at how massive cannabis is. It is $47 million versus $51 million. Millions. These aren't thousands. Oh, I'm sorry. 74, not 47. My dyslexia kicked in. $74 million versus 51 million. So that's a massive difference. Obviously 74 million went towards cannabis tax, and 51 went towards alcohol, which, knowing how much consumption of alcohol happens out in Boston, I am shocked. And I am here again to say that look at how much business this is. Why are we still acting like the government doesn't want this? Why is
literally?
Come on.
Amen.
Also, why are there still over 40,000 people sitting behind bars for cannabis offenses while New Jersey's legalizing? New York, you can smoke in front of a cop. That seems a little bit unfair. You know what I'm talking about? So I think that maybe we could have a little bit of a discussion about organizations that help with that. The Last Prisoner Project is a really good one. 40 Tons Brand is another really good one. They are both places. They're both, oh my God, not just places, companies that help people that are behind bars for cannabis offenses only, get lawyers to get out of prison, to get out of jail, that are sitting behind bars for that. To I believe they help expunge their records as well, so that it's removed off of their record when they're trying to get a job after. I just think that it just doesn't sit right with me that I'm just like, look at us traveling to these places that
it's
have
just
legalized.
it's not fair to the people that were incarcerated for it.
So I would really love anybody here, if you're not familiar with these places, it's The Last Prisoner Project, 40 Tons Brand. Just check them out, learn a little bit. I just think what they're doing is so important. And I don't know. I think the more people that talk about it, the more that we discuss how beautiful of a plant this is and how it's not harmful, the more we could get people out of jail, and the more that we could just educate, older generations and up and coming generations,
Because everything's evolving, everything's changing, you know what I mean? And now people are starting to open up their eyes more, and we just need a little bit more people to open their eyes,
Yes. And honestly, I think that's just like, it's education. When nobody's teaching you something, how are you supposed to know? I was just literally saying about makeup, how I don't know because no one taught me anything. And I either, have to learn by myself or make some kind of a friend that'll teach me. With that being said, I want to talk about the last thing in our Puff and Discuss topic, and that's you are a mom. You are a cannabis mom.
I am.
How do you feel about cannabis consumption, motherhood, especially putting it on the same plate as, wine moms, moms that have a cocktail, that have a sip, moms and dads. I don't mean to just like group it together, but how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's insane to me how people look at it and see that it's crazy because a parent smokes marijuana or does anything like that. But when somebody drinks some wine or drinks alcohol, like, that's completely fine. I can smoke and I can still be, and my, like,
a functional parent.
Yeah, I'm still functional. And it's just like with alcohol, like, I'm not saying that you can't function, but alcohol impairs you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's insane that people frown upon, like, parents to let, like, go take their breaks. Obviously, we don't smoke in front of our kids.
Blow it in the
know
kids.
what I mean? Yeah.
But sorry to interrupt you, but let me just say this. Not so long ago, smoking cigarettes was allowed almost everywhere. I don't know about you, but I grew up with my mom smoking cigarettes right next to me, in the car next to me. Like, it was never like, oh, I shouldn't smoke.
It was never a problem.
And it just like, and I'm not saying that, progression is good. Learning what's good and bad and putting it forward is good. But I just feel like it went from cigarettes around children and elderly was fine. Drinking around kids was fine. Oh my God, weed. You can't even have it on the table. Your kid can't even know that that's in the house. Why?
I just think that people just look at it. I feel like it's people that don't understand it that look at it in an evil way. You know what I mean? Because if you understand cannabis, then you know that it's not something that impairs you or makes you do crazy things.
Unless it's like your first time smoking.
Yeah. And you know what? There are some people that can't handle it. But you know what? If you can't handle it, that's fine. You know what I mean?
I can't handle liquor, so
But
I just try to stay away from it. I just know it.
Yeah, I
And
can't
if I am near it, I turn to my friends. I'm like, y'all are about to have a wild babysitting night.
Send
Hello.
help. Send help.
So let me ask you, if you're okay talking about this, have you received any kind of judgment or, people pushing their beliefs onto you because you're a public cannabis smoker and you are public about having a baby and being a mom?
Absolutely. There's been a lot of times, especially when I first started to get back into my content. People were just like kind of questioning it, like, oh my God, or like, how could you do this? How are you doing? I'm trying to stay sane. You know what I mean? And it's like parents are allowed to have their breaks too. And I'm also not my son has other people. You know what I mean? So people look at it like as if I have to be with my child 24/7. No parent is with their child 24/7. Regardless if you smoke weed or you drink or anything, you're not with your child 24/7. You know what I mean?
You could have a little break.
So what I do on my own time is my business. You know what I mean? But obviously I've had people in my DMs like, oh, you're a mom, you shouldn't be doing this. You're a mom, you shouldn't be doing that. My child is well taken care of, and as long as that's done, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You can't tell me anything else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? My child has always been healthy, so that's all that matters to me. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to get some heat for saying this, but I would have much rather, as I was growing up, my mom smoked weed than my mom was drinking, because my mom has drank and drove a lot of times and, has acted out of character because she had a little too much to drink, or it has impacted her mood more because she's already in a sad mental state and she's adding alcohol to it, and it's making it turn into some sort of an aggression or just not a positive, loving way to show it. And honestly, like I can 100% say I would much rather watched my mom smoke weed and seen her grind up and roll up
and relax
and like, because I don't know about you, but so I grew up very like I grew up in Ukraine and I was very punished for everything, and so I'm constantly feeling like I'm doing something wrong, and so I have a lot of anxiety, and smoking cannabis has helped me a lot with that, to kind of let go of that necessity for perfection, and that because that's just not obtainable, and I just feel like if somebody wasn't, I don't know, I just feel like if my mom wasn't drinking, or like if I wasn't around like alcohol as much, because it's normal, my stepdad drank, my aunt drank. I'm Ukrainian, born and raised. Everybody thinks we have vodka for breakfast, I just feel like if I grew up in like a hippie family, I wouldn't be so on edge as I am as an adult now, feeling like I'm constantly doing something wrong, because I feel like cannabis gives me much more patience and gives me clarity looking at a situation. And I don't know, I just feel like it would have been a totally different environment to grow up in if it was weed versus alcohol. So I'm having a really hard time understanding why it's so judged and why people push you not doing it so much on other people.
Like I said, it's people that don't understand it and can't understand cannabis. You know what I mean? That try to put that bad stigma on it,
or they did have a bad experience with it. So I shared right actually before we started filming, I had dated an ex-boyfriend like 10 years ago. It was very, very, very verbally abusive towards me, and I used to look at him and be like, wow, he's like this because he's constantly smoking weed. One, like you just mentioned, I was uneducated. Nobody educated me on what weed does or what it is. I just saw him consuming, and I saw him being angry, being mean to me, throwing things at me, like that was scary for me. That was tough for me to see. And my brain refused to acknowledge this is just not a good person.
Yeah.
My brain blamed it on the drug, you know? And then as I lived longer, I've met people that consumed cannabis and they weren't like that at all. And then I realized, like, shit, weed didn't make him that way. He would have probably sucked even more if he wasn't smoking. But I had this hate towards cannabis instead of disliking the guy and feeling that way towards just him just not being a good person and loving himself enough to love me, you know? Hope you're listening to this, my dude. You know, I was mad at the plant. And so therefore, like, I feel like that might be a possibility for a lot of people too.
I feel like that's...
Maybe someone gave them a hot dab and they like fucking for the first time ever and they had a bad experience with it. Their lungs hurt. Maybe they fainted or maybe they just fucking couldn't stop sweating. They were like, why would I want this?
I feel like
You
that's
know?
the best comparison that you could have made with that situation. But I just feel like people need to realize, like, we accept that you know that it doesn't work for you. But if it works for me, then let it work for me.
Then let me be.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
if it works for me, then let me be. Put it on a t-shirt.
For me, I smoke cannabis because I don't want to take antidepressants. I have a bad history. So if it wasn't for marijuana, I would have to be on antidepressants. Then what? I would be all like,
you feel numb.
Yeah,
you
know what I mean?
You're not depressed. You're not anything. You don't feel anything. You don't feel anything
with
anymore.
marijuana. I feel like more alive. Like, I feel like I can do more things. It just helps me, like, just kind of just feel balanced where I am all, you know, messed up in the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's the difference between how is me smoking worse than me taking a fucking pill? You know what I mean?
I don't think it is. Because do you know what's in that pill? I don't.
Exactly. So
I know exactly what's in this plant that you're smoking.
That's why, like you said, it's people that they just don't understand it. Yeah. And if you've had a bad experience with it, it's valid, but it's also valid that we can function with it. You know what I mean?
I think as long as people are open to more information and education, then we're good and set to go. Like, there's so many people that I know that didn't like weed, even my mom. And now once I explained like how it helps me, why I consume it, how I feel when, like, you know, like, it's not like I need it, but I just feel like the better version of myself when I'm able to contain my emotions and just like take a pause to overthink things a little bit, but not like too much, you know? Think about him in like how do I feel about this way? Mm-hmm. Not like, how do others feel about this way?
I feel like it's the same with my mom. She didn't really, my foster mom, she didn't really like the thought of me like smoking, and she was really worried of like, oh, what is she gonna do with her life? You know what I mean? And then I got my own apartment, was starting to pay my own bills, got my own car, started doing my own thing. And she's
blew up on TikTok.
Okay. She's like, maybe it's not that bad of a thing. You know what I mean? And then she kind of accepted it as something that's just like my medicine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think that everybody just needs to accept that everybody takes a different path in life. And for some of us, as much as some people believe it's a choice, it's not. I knew from the second I stepped into the cannabis industry, this is somewhere I was supposed to be. I felt like I belonged. I felt like I fit in somewhere finally. And why would I want to walk away from feeling like I belong somewhere? Because somebody that I'm probably never going to see again said, I don't like this, you know? And it probably doesn't have much to do with me anyway. But we could go on and on about this forever. At the end of the day, I just want to ask people to be open to education and information. Mm-hmm. If you're sitting next to somebody right now that isn't so okay with cannabis, you know, ask them if they would be okay with, or at least like accepting of you explaining to them why it's such a big deal to you, why it impacts your life or improves your life, or why, you know, why they would want you to try it or to give it a shot. Because a lot of it is what is just like alcohol. One, when you first start drinking, you get fucked up real easily. Same with weed. If you smoke too much, you overconsume, and it doesn't feel like a lot. It's just a couple of puffs, but you overconsume and you don't feel good because you need to slowly pace yourself into it, just like you would with shots, with beer, with anything. You don't just go in taking 80 shots for your first time going out, you know? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing here. So I think as long as people are willing to just like accept that some people want to live their life differently. And that doesn't, I'm not just talking about cannabis. I'm literally talking about anything. Any route that anybody chooses to take out there, you don't have to understand it to stand by it. Yeah. I don't understand a lot of things out there, but I see how happy it makes some people. And that is literally the only thing that matters.
And like, who am I to say anything?
Literally. You know, if it brings you happiness, what a douchey thing for me to try to take it
Literally.
away from you.
Like, who the fuck am I?
And
You know?
happiness is so hard to come upon these days. I mean, we were locked at home. We couldn't see our friends and family. We lost some people in our lives. My mom got COVID right now, and I'm scared shitless, you know, because she's texting me every few hours how she's not feeling good. She has to go to the ER. She's throwing up. It's terrifying. If smoking weed gives me happiness during a time when my mom's got COVID and I'm stressed about businesses and finances and friendships, why is that so bad?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is, it's not that bad.
It's really not.
All right, I like that discussion. That's fun. I think we'll talk about it a little bit more moving forward. I think it's time to pull out another item out of my box, out of my quality box, and move into our next segment.
What else do we got?
Which is a puff and review. This is a segment that we'll be doing every time. So if you're listening and you have a product that you want us to review, a restaurant, a technology, your man's, we can give them a review. So today we will be reviewing one of my favorite products, but I really wanted to see how you guys feel about it because I think it's different than everything else out there. So give me a moment to pull it out of my fanny here. As I'm saying that sounds nasty.
I'm so excited to see the next product that you got.
I'm so faded.
Honestly, I kept puffing on this blunt even when it got put down.
Hey, it's a puff and chat.
And it's a really fat
that
blunt.
means like
It
if
is a
you're
fat
chatting,
blunt.
I'm puffing. If I'm chatting, you gotta be puffing. So Maria, this is our
As I
next
was listening.
item in the box here. And that's not actually what we'll be reviewing. We will be reviewing the grinder that we will be using to pack a bowl in that.
And this beautiful piece, is it? Let me see what it is. Let's see. Oh. Okay. We've got an octopus-looking pipe.
It's a
bubbler,
but don't
it's a
stab
bubbler.
yourself by accident. He's
Oh my
got spikes.
goodness. It's got spikes and a big old eyeball. Some, what is these? Ears?
I don't even
fangs?
know.
I want to say ears.
Ears?
This is the craziest thing
If you look
ever.
at that and you're like, your name is, hi, my name is what? My name
is
is
freaking
who?
insane.
My name is Chicka.
Choo.
He's saying his name is Choo?
I think so.
All right.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
What? My name is who? My name is Chicka Chichu. That's the name that we got here. I also pulled out a lighter out of my. Did I not?
I have a lighter. I have some water right here, so I can go ahead and throw it into the bubbler.
I swear I just pulled out an orange lighter. Am I true? Oh, no, I put it back in the box. I got an orange lighter that came in the box for us to light it up. And I'll open the rest of this later. But I have this very fantastical grinder. You know I like it. Maria.
I feel like it wows everybody when they first see it. I feel like when you see this grinder, there's no way you can't shit yourself.
Oh shit. Well, I hope I'm not making anybody shit themselves. This is called a Whack It. And for our podcast listeners, this is basically like a little it's a weed whacker, literally. It's a weed whacker. It is like a weed whacker. It has chains on the bottom, so it's like if you put your finger in there, it just stops working like for a second and then it can resume. But it doesn't have teeth like a regular grinder, and it literally S&Ms the shit out of your weed with the chains. Like, listen to it. Also, if you're lonely. Sorry. But this is like my favorite grinder right now. I've become so lazy with it, which I'm not happy about that. This is helping out my laziness, which I don't know if that's a good thing. But you literally put a couple of nugs on a tray, which we're going to do. We're going to put it on the table and we're going to grind this up, and it is like immediate. And it's also amazing if you have arthritis in your hand or if you just for any reason cannot use your hands. This is amazing. So let me demonstrate for a second. Maria, you know how sports people, like, I don't know what they're called. Sorry, guys. Obviously, this isn't a fucking sports channel. They like talk about the game as the game is going on.
Oh, yes.
Or do you want to do that as I'm doing this, since you're next to the mic?
Okay.
Right. She opens
the
bag of weed.
She's opening up a nice big bag of grains. A nice, beautiful bag. She's putting it on the table now. Now she is getting the le wacket. And now she is going to whack the weed. And now she is grinding the weed. Nug after nug, she's just grinding the weed. Wow. How much have you grinded? How many grams was that? That was so many grams.
The best part is you control how much it grinds by how long you hold it at the top. It's just a button at the top. Like if you just go bzz, bzz, it's obviously gonna give you finer, like not finer, chunkier bud. If you hold it longer, it's gonna grind it up more. So it's all about like how you want it to be, you know? Because for my blunts, I like it a little chunkier.
Real chunky.
But for my bowls, because I like snapping the bowl through, I like it ground up nicely.
Okay.
So I like it. Special word koala for that wackadoo. Do you want me to pack your bowl now?
Yes.
Okay.
She is gonna pack my bowl now. She's putting the weed into my bubbler.
Maria's more of a dabber, so whenever you guys see Maria smoke flower outside of my blunts, I don't know, she likes the blunts. Or maybe,
I do enjoy the blunts.
but like anything other than that, she must really like it because she doesn't really smoke flower.
I'm definitely a whore for dabs.
There's a lighter that came in my quality box. I will fix the wall. There's a lighter that came in the quality box. And I will light it for you. I just spit on myself. That's how stupid I am. All right, ready? There she goes. Oh. 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 Holy guacamole. But this box is $49.99. It came with this so far. There's more stuff in the box. Would you like to see?
Yes, I do.
You okay? Want another puff?
Yeah, I do know.
No. What would you rate the Wacket? I know that we're a little biased because we've been using it for a while.
Can we show them how you can use it on the hand?
Oh my god,
that's like one of my favorite things to show. Yes. So the Wacket it's really like friendly. We're friendly. We're not friendly. We're safe. You could literally put it on your hand.
God damn, how friendly is this grinder?
I know you guys.
Higher.
I know you guys can't see, but just imagine my hand. She's putting weed on my hand.
If they go on the YouTubes, they can. But yeah, I put a couple of nugs. I'll do a little less since it's on the hand. So she literally is holding her hand, her palm up flat like a plate or like my ass, whatever you can imagine more. And I'm going to put the grinder on top. I'm putting my hand underneath her hand to support her because good friends support each other. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to grind it up. You have to flatten your hammer. Oh, wait, hold on. Stuck there.
It's a nug stick. And now I've got a palm full of grounded weed.
So if you just literally you could do it on anything. You don't need a rolling tray. You don't necessarily need a table. You could literally just, you're rolling a blunt. Boom. Literally. All you need a little ground up, a little something for
all you need is an extra hand. That's all you need.
All you need is love. We're going to have to roll up a couple of blunts to go because now we just got this ground up weed. And honestly, when I first got this grinder, all I had was just ground up weed everywhere because I was just like,
you were just going off with your
And
Wacket.
by the way, when I say podcast listeners, that was me with the Wacket, not me with my wife. What? All right.
So are we going to get anything else from the box?
We are going to get something else from the box, but I wanted to tell you, get as stoned as you can right now because we're about to move on to our next segment, and it is called Puff and Try Not to Laugh. We have a great dad joker on set here today that has prepared some funny stuff for us. We're going to smoke right now, and then we're going to fill our mouth with water and see who laughs first at these terrible dad jokes we're about to receive here.
I genuinely am really scared because I feel like I already make mom jokes, and I think they're hilarious. So I feel like these are going to be kind of hard for me not to laugh too.
You got something good prepped there for us today? You think so? We're going to find out. All right. Let me empty out the rest of this box. And Maria, whatever you want to smoke on, this is the time. Okay. Maybe for future episodes, we do like a 2 minute, whatever, like a 60-second timer, something like to get like really stoned, get really stoned in like 60 seconds right before that segment. things we're gonna learn. Oh, also, you guys, we will be setting up a phone number that you can call and leave a voice message for us, and we will be choosing a few voice messages to play on this podcast. What we're looking for is if you want us to give you advice, if you want us to talk about anything specific, answer any kind of questions, anything like that, we would love to be included. We just want to be included. Right, Maria?
Yes. I want to give you advice on your life.
She says, let me fix your shit. So we will be tweeting that phone number when it is available, as well as posting it on our Instagram account, which is Puff and Chat Podcast.
Yes.
Get it, girl. Okay, let's see what's in the quality box. More things that's left, and remember, this box is $49.99 plus shipping and handling. And if you go to a head shop, yo, that shit's pricey. So I'm definitely trying to give you the best deal that I can on stuff. Next thing that we have in here is this mat. If you guys are listening on a podcast, it's a mat that you put down on your table so that, one, you don't slam your bong on the table or your rig on the table and break it. Two, if you're a dabber, this is perfect for all your concentrate things, because for anyone that dabs, y'all know that shit gets sticky.
I feel like we've got a sea theme going on.
A sea under the sea.
Because that gives me octopus vibes. And we got octopus vibes on the mat. Okay.
If you guys would like to see what we're talking about, I've already started with the dad jokes. Then you can check out our YouTube channel, Puff and Chat Podcast, and see exactly what we're talking about. Once you see it, you'll know I am giggling. I can't stop. But anyway, this mat is perfect for not getting concentrates all over everything, for not slamming your bong down. And also, you could grind up your weed with your whack-it on top of it. Okay?
What else is in here?
Then you also get vibe cones. You got a nice little grinder that's a stash jar as well. You got a Fanta.
Are you thirsty?
Don't you wanna?
Are you thirsty?
Are you? Open it. But not from the top.
I feel like I'm thirsty.
Oh, there she goes. You feel like you're thirsty?
This is a soda can, but it's actually not a soda can.
It's a stash jar.
It's very much a stash jar.
Boom. Oh, she broke it.
It's still a stash jar.
So you could. I was just about to give you that. You could grab some weeds and you could put it inside.
I have a Pepsi can at home, and I always offer somebody something to drink.
Do you want a soda? Psych!
Look, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And it looks exactly like a fucking soda. And not only does it look like a soda, it weighs as much as like a soda.
It does.
Which is insane.
It's insane. It's actually recycled soda cans. So it is previously drank from sodas that are cut on the top. They are then emptied out and cleaned out. Then a jar is installed inside the soda, and then the screw-on is applied at the top so that everything is, recycled.
This is one of my favorite stash jars. I love the donut one too, so I can't even say
that.
But
the donut one, I feel like, it's cute. This one is it's air sealed, which is amazing. If your container is air sealed, your bud will stay better for longer. And also, if you're putting it in a colder area or even like a little refrigerator, it'll keep your concentrates and your flour fresher for longer. But if you have an air sealed container, it just keeps it fresher. Instead of just having your nugs out on the table that'll dry up, very quickly. So,
and imagine all the places you could take it and nobody will know.
Well, that's what I was about to say. We were just talking about parents hiding their smoking. And I feel like, not that I'm like over here like, hey, but also I'm like, hey, we got a soda stash jar.
Let me show you this. I love it.
Your mama-in-law is going to be like, how did you open this, Billy? Okay, next thing that we have in here, since we did have the slugger, the concentrate thing, there is a box of terp wipes in here, which is 70 wipes inside plus 3 sticks in case you need to poke something. And terp wipes are amazing. The little pads, rubbing alcohol pads, perfect for cleaning up dab, concentrate stuff off of the table, off of your fingers, off of dab tools, carb caps. Bless you. Our podcast producer got the sneezes. So there's 70 in there. That's a lot of wiping. You could erase your whole ex-boyfriend with that pad. What?
I'm gonna need it to go.
She says I need it to go. Next, there is a Seattle Marijuana Company mask. We all need masks right now. It is like a 4-layer or something like that. It's like a pretty thick, pretty good quality. And then I believe this is the last thing. Oh no, there's a couple more things. Wow, these are great boxes. Who makes them? Someone very attractive and super talented must have put them
Somebody
together.
real hot.
Also very humble. We have an MG Arsenal Commander. It's a blunt bubbler. I wonder if we could put our little big boy in there.
I think she might be too fat.
Well, maybe, do you think we could hold it next to it or like up close to it? Let me try. Will you pour some water in here? I'll look it up. I'm just kidding. There you go. But this is, look at it. Look at it.
Oh, water?
It's just, yeah, it takes so little. It's a little tank. And it is from MG Arsenal, which is a very, very great company run by incredible people. Oh my gosh, I've worked with them for years now, and I just love their products. We often include, that's way too much.
Oh,
you want me to drink it?
At least throw it back in.
It's fine. Okay, hold on. Wait. Let me see.
Wow. That is the cutest little tank I've ever seen. Let me see that tank.
Motherland. You want me to put it in for you? Okay, hold on. Suck it up.
She's gone.
No, hold on. Let me fix it. Hold on. I can't give it you limp dick. That's not right. Limp wood is not what I'm going to be known for. Okay. Oh, there she goes. There's a cap at the top. There's a carb cap at the top.
This is the cutest.
Are you done with it? You don't want to? She's like, all right, give it away.
That's the cutest little thing. I want to play GTA now.
All right. Where's my ashtray? Hold on. There's one last thing in here, and I saved it for last on purpose. Other than stickers. I got the cute stickers. Here, you
got
show.
Dab City. I love Dab City.
I
420.
designed this one. It's 420, but 2022, but Koala.
2022.
Basically, we have a quality sesh, puff, puff, pass. I love weed, smoke more weed, 710. And a card that says, reach out to us on Instagram. That's deleted right now, so don't reach out there. Reach out via email. But yeah, the last thing that's in the box is a scent eliminating spray, which I think our producer would appreciate. We're going to spray it to show you how good it smells. And it is wrapped in saran wrap in case it leaks, so it doesn't leak on any of your other stuff. But Lord, is it hard to get.
I seen that you upgraded your saran wrapping the other day.
Girl, I'm so happy that's everybody that's with the company from the beginning so that they know how tough this is. Okay, this is Versace type, obviously. Are you ready?
So.
Okay, hold on. I almost sprayed it in my face.
Oh. Smells real clean.
Was so nice. Wow. Okay. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to take a couple of puffs?
I think we should.
And I also want to, I'm sure somebody by now has noticed that I'm missing some fingernails. God.
I think you should show them.
Girl, they've seen. Anyone that follows me on Snapchat saw the other day I fell down the stairs. And I didn't I'm okay. It wasn't like I tumbled down the stairs. I literally was running down the stairs oh my God, and then but as I was
you were
trying to grab the railing. And I was like, sweet Lord Jesus.
That's exactly what I envisioned in my head.
God, Lord, help me. But as I'm I broke 2 nails in the process. They just didn't make it. And bitch, my fingernails, my real fingernails, my actual fingernail hurt so bad that I can't even go to the nail salon yet to have them do anything
That
else.
shit just feels like you have a fucking heartbeat in it when you heard it. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Wow, it smells like straight cheap Versace in here right now. Ow! Why did you hit me on the head? I don't like this shelf so close. I'm way too wobbly to be doing that. Anyway, that is it for the Quality Box. KoalaPuffs.com if you need 420 essentials on a budget with really good quality.
Really good.
Quality. All right, before we move forward with this, I'm going to take another bubbler puff, and then I'm ready to hear some potentially good, not so good, very great dad jokes.
I'm really excited for this part.
Let me take one more puff, and then let's load us up with water.
I can't wait to hear what jokes are going to come our way right now.
Oh my God. I hope it's good.
I really suck with dad jokes.
Am I allowed to provide feedback? No, because then I got to spit out the water. Oh my God. Could you imagine the necessity for me not to share my opinion is what gets me to lose this game? I got to say what I think.
You're just going to have to spit it out.
Now the question everyone wants to know, Maria. Do we spit or swallow?
Absolutely spit.
What?
Absolutely spit.
A water?
Oh. Oh, were we talking about water? Yeah, I spit my water. I don't like it. It's too healthy for me.
Oh my God. Maria, one more puff. Yeah. Okay. Let's load it up and hear these dad jokes. This is extra funny because I haven't seen my dad in like 12 years. So I'm missing out on these jokes. But
I haven't seen mine in 22.
Oh. Well, I didn't realize this was a competition now. Damn. All right. I guess do you win? Question. I don't even know. Don't put me in this
question mark.
Why are you drinking the water? You gotta keep it in your mouth.
Okay, yeah. I forgot.
We're gonna be water.
Right.
No, I mean you can drink as much as you like, but you gotta keep it in your mouth. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. This is the quietest I'll be all day.
All right. The first one is, why do ducks wear feathers? To cover their butt quacks. Why do some couples go to the gym? Because they want their relationship to work out. What did the janitor say when he came out of the closet? Supplies! What kind of car does a sheep like to drive? A Lamborghini. How do you row a canoe filled with puppies? You use the doggy paddle. And the last one, why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands.
I can't with you. We need some improvements in the dad joke department, but the supplies kind of got me.
Yeah, I think the supplies was the best one.
The supplies was the best one. I give a 5 brooms out of brooms on the supplies. But the rest work out.
You had the I feel like the duck one almost got you.
you almost quacked the butt quack.
I think my cheeks were starting to hurt for a minute because I was like really smiling really hard, just trying not to laugh.
I'm curious if anybody played along with us. If you have some good dad jokes for us, please send us an email. Mark, is there an email that could be sent somewhere?
Why don't they just actually
DM
or chime in on the comments?
Chime in on the comments, but also you can DM our Puff and Chat podcast Instagram account. Maria is the main shareholder of that account, and she loves reading DMs. So go ahead and slide on in there, and we'll try to get some of your really good ones. Or maybe
it's Puff and Chat with puff.chat,
puff.and.chat.podcast.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dots.
If you go to my profile, you'll see it right there.
Not
my
mine.
bio.
My page is down right now, but hopefully
It'll
by
be
the time you're
soon.
hearing this, it's back. It's back. Yo, is there anything else you want to do in this little segment? Or I feel like we crushed it. I feel for our first episode, this was fun.
This was amazing. I can't wait to do the one where they can
leave
yes,
voicemails.
I'm really excited for that one. I hope that you guys leave all the tea. I want to hear all the tea. I want to hear the tea. I want to hear the tea.
Yes. Like, subscribe, leave us some good 5-star reviews unless you hate us, in which case give us another episode to prove ourselves. This is still a mess. It's the beginning. You know, it is how it is. Remember your first day at work.
We're going to evolve. I'm so excited to see what this is going to turn
I
into.
am so pumped to see what the future brings for us, Maria. Latina Beauty, thank you so much for doing this podcast with me. I'm pumped for a future together and all the weed that we're going to smoke.
I know.
If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave it in the comment section and we will be checking it out. Thank you guys so much for coming in here for the first Puff and Chat episode ever. Woo! We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.